Can Zebec network ZBCN reach and break its all-time highs? I think there is a good chance that it could very soon, given that Bitcoin does not dump. Bitcoin has to break out of its bearish pattern right now, and I've been talking about this pattern for quite some time on Bitcoin. It is still the driver of this crypto markets, whether you like it or not. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinions on this market is bullish right now. However, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. Like the entirety of this video, and you should form your own opinions and strategies. And I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin. Now, given that Bitcoin actually breaks out of its bearish pattern here and does not dump, of course, then Zebec network doesn't really have that much further to go for to break its all-time highs at about 0.72 cents here. Now, I've seen from back in 2021 that most, if not all, of these altcoins have done multiples, and 0.72 cents, that's a very short multiple of where Zebec network is right now. And on some of these higher time frames for Zebec network, I'm not even seeing a very overbought RSI, which is what I use to measure if a market is overheated. Okay, do we even have a monthly RSI for Zebec network? Yeah, I mean, it's not even in overbought territory. So if Bitcoin has more room to run, so will a lot of these altcoins, and I think Zebec network will be one of them. So let's go ahead and take a look into a further, a smaller time frame here. This is the daily time frame. I talked about a falling wedge pattern, which is definitely a pattern, probably the pattern you guys have to learn how to chart, because they're going to happen. You're going to see these patterns over and over again, and this is going to be probably the most common one. It's very simple. It's very effective. If you guys are to take away anything very important from watching these videos, it's not going to be the price targets, right? Because price targets are estimates only. Okay. It's going to be the basics of technical analysis, so you can actually form your own opinions, chart your own charts, and that is going to be much better for the long run if you guys want to be trading in the long run. It took me from basically someone who's completely clueless over 5+ years ago to being able to just chart these markets and make my own calls, okay, and be profitable, okay. And what I'm seeing here is a falling wedge pattern that has broken out. I talked about this last time, okay? Do watch my previous Zebec network prediction video. And this price target has been adjusted to the actual breakout point. Price target here is going to be about 0.625 cents price target, which is still a pretty good movement right now for Zebec network, especially in the boring consolidation that we have been in. But what I'm really paying attention to for Zebec network, what I would really pay attention to for Zebec network, is going to be the resistance here at about 0.72 cents, which was the previous resistance before getting rejected all the way back down to 0.22 cents, right? So that is really what I'm paying attention to, and as the next resistance, okay? Of course, you still could get rejected at about 0.6 cents, right? That was also, you also see resistance there. So, just got to consider that, right? And like I said, price targets are estimates only. Okay, there could be more, there could be less. A lot of it is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin starts dumping, these altcoin setups, they're not going to matter very much, okay? And if Zebec network is able to come back up to about 0.72 cents, this could still form some type of a cup and handle pattern, right? I still see rounded bottoms on the weekly time frame, right? And rounded bottoms usually turn into cup and handles, which is a bullish pattern that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, okay? And that is a hypothetical scenario. It has not formed yet. I'll update you guys on what happens with Zebec network if you guys want to continue seeing any more of ZBCN. So drop a like, comment, subscribe, letting me know that you guys want to continue seeing any more of this coin or any other coins in this market. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis, and I'll see you on the next one.